RFK Jr.'s epic speech, his keynote address at the Bitcoin conference in Miami this week. Hi there, crypto fans. Dick Allgire here. Now, I don't vote, and I'm not going to vote, and I don't endorse candidates, but this was pretty epic. This was an amazing endorsement of Bitcoin. He said some amazing things. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I remember the night his father was killed. Actually, I woke up in the morning and my mother came in and said, they shot RFK. It was a moment where we had some hope. This was in the midst of the Vietnam War and I was approaching draft age, and that's history. But I'm old enough to remember his father getting shot. He better be careful talking like he did at the Bitcoin conference. All right, RFK Jr. apparently has some staff members who understand Bitcoin and who understand cryptocurrency, and it sounds like they gave him a very good briefing and he listened and accepted it. Hear what he had to say. Here are a couple sound bites from the Bitcoin conference.
Your computer is your own. I don't think the government has the right to demand access to your Bitcoin key or indeed any of your passwords. To say otherwise is to cede essential territory to the surveillance state. Second, I will uphold the right to run a node at home. KYC requirements should be applied at the level of banks and exchanges, not at the level of nodes. Otherwise it would become impossible to run the software. The whole point of Bitcoin is that it's decentralized. Anyone can run a node, and it's important not only for Bitcoin, but for democracy to be decentralized.
Again, I'm not going to vote. Certainly not for a Democrat, and I don't vote for anybody anymore, but that was pretty darn good what he's saying there. Contrast that to what Donald Trump said about Bitcoin being a scam. Donald.
Bitcoin, it just seems like a scam. I was surprised, with us it was at 6,000 and much lower. I don't like it because it's another currency competing against the dollar. Essentially, it's a currency competing against the dollar. I want the dollar to be the currency of the world. That's what I've always said.
Joe Biden, of course, has no idea what Bitcoin is, what Bitcoin mining is, or anything to do with distributed ledger. If you put Joe Biden on stage without notes, without a teleprompter, and said, talk about Bitcoin, Bitcoin mining, cryptocurrency, distributed ledger technology, Joe Biden couldn't talk for 1 minute. Joe Biden wants to tax the hell out of crypto mining. Of course, he doesn't want to do that. It's his progressive advisors, it's the little communists who are running him. They want a 30% tax on Bitcoin mining.
President Biden's 30% tax on energy for Bitcoin miners requires an invasive surveillance apparatus to monitor what is happening in individual computers. It sets a terrible precedent in which everything that you do that requires electricity must now be monitored by the government.
If you listen to what RFK Jr. says on the subject of the environmental consequences of Bitcoin mining, he uses 3 terms in his soundbite: environmental, pretext, totalitarian. So he well understands that there are elements of the climate change crowd that are using this as a pretext for totalitarianism. Listen to RFK.
The environmental argument should not be used as a smokescreen for an agenda of suppressing Bitcoin. And let me repeat that. Energy use should not be used as a pretext for an agenda of suppressing Bitcoin. Totalitarians hate anything that they can't control, and they will use any pretext necessary to control it. I am aware of an eerie parable to the COVID years when public health became a pretext to obliterate our basic rights and freedoms. The COVID public health emergency is gone now, and we must not now replace it with some new set of rationales to further the decades-long erosion of our freedoms.
Wow, he sounds downright libertarian. Of all the candidates, he's the closest to my personal feelings in terms of cryptocurrency. That doesn't mean I'm going to vote for him or anyone, but this is an indication that Bitcoin marches forward, more acceptance, more people talking about it. We have a presidential candidate endorsing Bitcoin. Wow, we're getting there, folks. Like and subscribe.